Hello class, Mr. Cooper here, and we're diving into Module 3, Lesson 6, Problem Set. So, it says, for the following problems, draw a picture using the rectangular fraction model and write the answer. Simplify your answer if possible. So, this is an interesting way to do things. I'm going to show you how to use a rectangular model. So, notice how we are doing subtraction today. Let's start off with a rectangular array or a square, whichever you want. So notice how we have 1 and 1/4. So here is 1 whole, but we still need 1/4 in order to show 1 and 1/4. So how do we show 1? Well, we see that this is split up in the units of 4. So I'm going to split these into fourths. And I'm going to split these into fourths. And so and then we're also dealing with thirds. Okay, so they need to be the same, just the same as if we're adding. So we also need to split these into thirds. So I'm going to do that this way. Right, boom, boom, right? So let's start off with coloring in our 1 and 1/4. So we need 1 whole. That's 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So that's 1, but we still need 1 more fourth. So we got right here 1/4. Now, what we're going to do, so we've drawn 1 and 1/4, and we know that we're going to minus it into thirds. So we had to find, we had to split them down in fourths and then split the fourths into thirds. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is our, we're dealing with twelfths, right? We have 12 twelfths in a 1, but we have more than 12 twelfths. We have 13, 14, 15. So if we count all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What we have is, I'm going to come up here and write it, 15 twelfths. So if I turned the 4 into 12s by timesing it by 3, right? I split the fourths into thirds. How am I going to figure out how to write this in terms of 12th? Well, I do 4 times 3, which is going to give me 12 again. But if I do it to this number, I got to do it to that number too. What's 4 times 1? It's 4. So now I got 15 twelfths minus, clean that up, minus 4 twelfths. Right? And so let's minus 4 twelfths down here. I'm going to use red again. So scratch away 1/12, scratch away 2/12, scratch away 3/12, scratch away 4/12. And that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 twelfths. Right? So this is kind of weird, right? The way that we're doing this, but what we're doing is we're still let me get my pointer. We're still splitting up the boxes the same way that we were doing to show, but then we're subtracting by scratching them out. And how we got this 1/3 is a little different now. Like I said, 1 and 1/4 would be equal in terms of twelfths is 15 twelfths, right? And if we do that in twelfths, then we got to make this in twelfths too, and so we times them both by 4. Let's try another one. Let's see if this gets a little less confusing if we do another one together. So let's look. We are dealing with 1 and 1/5, which means I have one whole and then 1/5 of a whole. So I got one here, oh, and then I got another here. And so I'm going to split. So I got this is my one whole, right? That's coming from right there. Now let's split this other one whole into fifths. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember, but some of y'all have been getting a little sloppy. So we got 1, and that's split into fifths, so we're going to color this guy in. And so here we see 1 and 1/5, right? So, and I got to also fill in this too, because that's one whole. Right now, it's going to be easier if I put these all in fifths, so I'm going to split this up in fifths as well. I'm going to finish coloring this in, so make it easier. That's going to bother me. And then we also got to split these into thirds. Oh, I'm going to do it in red so it pops. Thirds. 1. So now what do we have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3. That's 15. So there's 15 15ths here. 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 15ths. That's what this number became. Okay? 18 15ths. So now we've changed the 5 to 15. Now we need to change the 3 to 15. And so what do I got to times 3 by? Well, I got to times it by that 5. And if I do it to the bottom, I got to do it to the top. So 5 times 1 is 5. And 5 times 3 is 15. So what I'm really doing is 18 15ths minus 5 15ths. So let's come down here and let's scratch these suckers out. Minus 1 15th, 2 15ths, 3 15ths, 4 15ths, and 5 15ths. So what do we have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 15ths left over. And I can't simplify this because 13 is a prime number, and so it's not going to simplify anymore. So now I have it. Go ahead and C. We're not going to do all of them. I want you to try to do C by yourself and then check it, and then you'll do D by yourself and then check that. Don't do both of them, because if you're doing something wrong with C, you'll probably do something wrong with D. So let's check C first, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So here we have another one. If it doesn't have it shaded in like you're used to, it's okay. Just kind of pay attention. Right here, I still drew. My lines are showing this all right here would be 1 3/8, right? This is one whole, and then this is 1, 2, 3/8. And that is actually, once we've cut them in half, gives us 22 16ths, right? This is 16 right here, bars, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 16ths, right? And then what we want to do is we want to take away half, right? Well, if this is half, if this is one whole, half of this is only going to be the whatever is here. I'm going to circle it just so you can see it. These, which is 8 of them, 8 16ths. All right, so I took away 8 16ths right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that left me with 14 16ths. Now 14 16ths, those are both even numbers, so I know that they can be simplified at least by dividing by 2. If there's two even numbers, we know that it can be divided by 2. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. 16 divided by 8. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 7 is a prime number, and so we can't make this any smaller. 7/8 is as small as it gets. Okay? So kiss your brain if you got that right. And go ahead and try to do D by yourself. And I'll have the answer pop up in 3, 2, 1. So we got 9/10 as our answer. If you didn't get that, check your rectangular array, make sure everything's lining up right. Other than that, let's go ahead and move on to the next problems. So we've got right here 2 more problems. Same setup. We're going to do the rectangular array. Make sure you got the arrays done here and solve. Go ahead and pause this video and try to do this by yourself, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. And here we got the answer 20/21, and over here we got 1 and 1/15. Now some of you might have stopped at 16/15, but remember, you gotta don't leave them improper. You need to make them into proper fractions or mixed numbers, right? So if you got either of these wrong, check your work, see where you went wrong and what you did wrong. And if you don't get it, then come and talk to Mr. Cooper. Otherwise, let's go ahead and keep moving. Jean-Luc jogged around the lake in 1 1/4 an hour. William jogged the same distance in 5/6 an hour. How much longer did Jean-Luc take than William in hours? So we know, based off of this question, how much longer did Jean-Luc take? We know that Jean-Luc took longer, right? 1 1/4 an hour and 5/6 an hour. And we want to find out the difference. And difference always, whenever we're looking for how things are different, we're going to use subtraction. Okay? So what are we dealing with here? We've got 5/6 an hour, 1 1/4. So we're going to start off with 1 1/4 minus 5/6. That's all I'm going to give you. I want you to figure this out by yourself. Make sure that you have answers, words in your answer, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. Here we have our answer. Jean-Luc took 10/24 or 5/12 hour longer than William, right? So this is, if you solved it, you would have gotten to 10/24, right? Because these are in 24ths over here. But you should simplify it to 5/12 because 10 can be divided by 2 and 24 can be divided by 2. Kiss your brain if you got that right. And let's see what else we got. Moving on to the next one. So let's look at this guy. Is it true? Where's my point? Is it true that 1 2/5 minus 3/4 is equal to 1/4 plus 2/5? Prove your answer. Okay, so it's asking, is this side the same thing as whatever the answer for this side, is it the same as the answer for this side? Let me highlight this. So we've got the red side, this problem, and then we've got the blue side. And when it says to prove your answer, basically you just need to show me the math for both of these and tell me, is it true or is it not true? And I'll leave you at that and go ahead and see if you can solve that by yourself. And I'll have the answer pop up in 3, 2, 1. You should have gotten something like this, right? 1/4 plus 2/5 is actually 5/20 plus 8/20. Then you got 13/20. And then over here you got 13/20 as well, right? Because 1 and 2/5, 1 would be the same. Let me draw that out. 1 would be the same as 5/5 plus the 2/5, which would give you 7/5. 7/5. And then 7/5, if we're going to do 5 and 4, if we want to make them the same, we just times them by each other. 4 times 5 gives me 20, 4 times 7 gives me 28. And then for the other one, we do 5 times 4 gives me 20, and 5 times 3 gives me 15. We got 28/20 minus 15/20. That gives us 13/20 as well. Kiss your brain if you got it right. If you don't understand how this is going on, you need to come and talk to Mr. Cooper before we do the exit ticket. Wait to do the exit ticket. Just go ahead and do whatever Mr. Cooper has for you on the board. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll talk next time.